Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Space Engineers. We are back and currently I'm in spectator mode, just specking my guy, you know. Good old dude. Let's go inside of him. Whoop. Oh god, that is freaky. Nope. Okay, right, anyway. Back to which buttons is it? Oh shoot. There we go. Back to our character. Yes, so today, we've been doing some more building on the ship. I've actually got rid of the thing that I did on the ship last episode. Okay, right, so, yeah, I've been doing a few things to the new ship, which is over there. We'll get to that in a second, but, first, this is on my new computer. I have actually recorded before this and said stuff about it, but this is on my new computer, so if anything's a slightly weird like sound and stuff, then I do apologize. I'm still getting used to and sorting out my audio settings, so yes, but as you can see here, we've done quite a bit of stuff. So I decided to go ahead and work on the storage bay, which is no longer going to be the storage bay, it's going to be the production bay. And as you can see, we've got a window here. We do need another window in this bit, and we also need to get a couple more windows in here, but currently I'm working on the rest of the ship. Over here we have two refineries, which is going to be great for refining that iron and stuff, and I've got a couple of conveyors so that these two connect. Then we're going to have the conveyors come down here, which is going to be today's episode. We're going to have conveyor setups, which is going to link into this conveyor, which is then going to connect to all of these conveyors that attach to the assemblers. So hopefully everything will go hunky-dory, nothing will go wrong, and it will all be okay. So, yeah, I'm thinking that we might put some blast furnace, are they blast furnaces? Arc furnaces in here as well. I'm not entirely sure where we're going to place those yet, but I thought these fitted pretty well with the two conveyors in the middle as well, so I'm going to be doing that. Storage, as for storage, not entirely sure on storage yet. We might actually create another room for that. I just wasn't pleased with the design that we had. Also with these assemblers, we can have production modules on each side as well, so that'll be great if they actually work. Now, can I weld anything? Let's see. No, we can't. Okay, so yes, we are going to head into the asteroid. Now, I'm not sure how frame rate and performance is at the moment. It seems a little bit more choppy than normal. That's probably my own fault due to not setting OBS up right on this computer, but we will find out soon enough. So I am going to set up a wall real quick. We're actually going to get rid of a few of those. We're going to grab those, and what else was it we needed? We need interior plates. I believe we may need motors and stuff. I'm going to get rid of a few more of that. Motors, and probably those? I'm not sure. I don't know what we need. I know that we're going to need to put an oxygen setup in soon, which will be fine. That's going to be a pretty easy setup to make. So, yeah. So, any performance issues, audio issues, or anything in this video, I apologize for. Hopefully, by the next video, we will have it set up. But I have changed a few settings within OBS that's probably going to be messing around with this, so it's probably not going to be a full 60. So, I apologize. Oh dear. Okay. So yeah, this section is going to be the new wall inside of this place, so I'm just going to set these free up. There we go. Okay, right, so we want to have this thing set up. I'm not entirely sure what we need for this. Construction components, that is literally all we need. Okay, right, that's fine. So we want to get this thing connected up to the other ones, so let's get this. By the way, I've also got a cold if I sound a little bit nasally and stuff, so apologies for that. Can't really do much about it, unfortunately. Right, so let's rotate this. Are you gonna... You are not rotating the way I want. There we go. Helps if I actually click it right. Right, that one there. We're going to have another 2 there, 3 there, 3 there. Oh, whoop. Wrong way. Come here. There we go. Oh, yeah, I put the new realistic sounds on as well because they've got fixed. And they sound so great. Everything sounds so much different. It's awesome. Right, so we're going to have this only connect up to one of the conveyors in here because we don't need any more being connected. So we're going to have that rotate around like so. I believe that should be enough to keep these going. Right, we definitely need to get some construction components because it seems to be the one main thing that is missing from all of these. Okay, now we need steel plates, and small. Okay, okie dokie. Right, have I got any in these? Because I know I did store some stuff in some of these, and I don't know if I've got any left over. We still got some metal grids. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's head back in to the asteroid then and grab us some more stuff. Okay, so I'll grab the stuff. Here is something that I have been working on. We're going to actually have a little staircase going up in this bit. And this is going to be where the power generation is, but I want the power to be lower, and I'm debating whether I want to use rotors to make it rotate and stuff. But, I mean, that's going to be a little bit of a tricky bit. But, yeah, the bottom of this ship's actually going to be longer than where the landing gear is currently, so I need to sort that out first as well. So that's another thing that I've got to get sorted, but we're going to weld these together. Hopefully these will all connect up. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Right. Is that all connected? That is all connected. Awesome. Right. That should mean now then that both of these refineries, okay, one of these refineries, let's see, can we get both? There we go. Both of these refineries should now be connected to the assemblers, which means that the assemblers should be able to run at a fairly good rate. So we're going to grab this, stick this in here, and then we're going to weld this together. Now, this does also mean that we can, of course, have some stuff under here. You can actually see that there is a gap underneath these ones, unfortunately. But yeah, if we go underneath here, then you can see that if we drag out some of this flooring, then we can actually stick in some productivity modules and stuff. So we can stick those in there, which is going to be great. So yeah, that'll be fine. Right, for this one, though, we are going to just quickly drag the floor out. Sorry. And for now, we don't actually need to put in any productivity modules that, or it's not productivity modules that want to go here, actually, is it? It's the efficiency, so that it doesn't use as much power and stuff. But yeah, we're going to get that in. There we go. And then we're going to just weld the rest of the floor in here. And I tell you what, if we get some connectors and stuff in, then it's going to be really handy in here. Okay, energy critical. Let's head off back to the actual ship, because I moved the ship out of here so that we could put it inside of here. So I guess the next thing we want to get set up is going to be, let's turn that on, there we go, is going to be the connectors and stuff for the new station, because I want to pretty much get some stuff hooked up this episode, get storage and that going if we can, get stuff like that going. And I'm not sure if it's OBS that's actually cutting the frames or not, guys, because I was trying to record Minecraft the other day and it seemed to have cut the frames by a considerable amount, because on there I was getting like above 100, and then when I actually started recording with OBS it went down to about 30. So there's a big cut in difference there, so I'm not sure if that is going to be a standard problem with OBS from now on. If it is, then that is not a good thing. That is really not good, but we will find out soon enough, I'm sure. I'm going to do a few more things and see what we can do with it. Right, let's get some more hydrogen. Might as well while we're here. And shut this down. There we go. Right. I could probably use this ship for parts sooner or later, but it is the only ship that can land on planets currently. So, right. We are going to go into here. We're going to go production. We are then going to go into large blocks. And we are going to find ourselves... we could do with a an air vent. Because oxygen generation would be a pretty handy thing to get going pretty quick. Let's see, what else? I do sort of want to get some drills set up on the front of the ship if I can, once we've got that sorted. We are going to have a medical bay, of course. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't decided completely on a design for it yet. I'm still going along with it. I don't want any of that. Whoops. Let's have a look and see. I mean, this is going to take me thousands of pieces to get. We're going to focus on power in a little bit, hopefully. Right, so the thing that I do, of course, currently want to get going is going to be, if we can find it. We do need an antennae as well. We will need an ore detector. Oxygen generator is going to be a good one, and also an oxygen farm. Back of the ship's, of course, going to be engines and everything. I sort of just want to get a normal door in, so we're going to get one of those made up. Gyrospheres are going to be pretty important. What was it I was going to get, though? I mean, we need a lot more conveyor systems. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of those. Of course, large cargo container we're going to need as well, and things like that. We're going to need a beacon, we're going to need our setup and everything for the cockpit. Now, I can't actually remember what I was going to go and create. Oh, connector, okay. Right, let's get a few more of these conveyor tubes in then. I'm going to get another junction, and we need to find the connector in here somewhere. I don't need another gravity generator yet. We'll get one of those later on if we do. Connector is here. There we go. Okay, right. So let's hope that we've got enough resources. If we don't, I'll just have to go and fetch a few more. We do have a fair bit in our inventory right now, though. So let's hope that we've got all that we need. I'm going to drop one of these hydrogen tanks for now. We are going to grab those as well, actually, because I'm still trying to create this little ship thing. It's not really going very well. We've got three of the engines that we need. We need about 5, I believe. So 4, 5, 6 actually. 6. Oh god, we need another 160, 240. I believe we need about another 240 thruster components, which is going to be absolutely horrible to make, as they usually are. So yeah, right, let's go in here. We're going to ship those back in, and we're going to grab some of those. I think we should have enough of those, but we'll grab some more anyway. Grab some more of that. Actually, only get 500. Motors. Of course, we need motors. And I believe that is around about it for now. Right, we're going to head back over to the ship then. Okay, so since all of these conveyors should now be connected, we can actually fill this bottom piece in. Of course, we will actually be having another layer of... oops. We are going to have another layer of metal underneath this, so I probably don't need to, but I'm going to fill it in just for current aesthetic reasons. So it means that there's more stuff preventing us from getting destroyed as well, which will be great in the long run. I haven't constructed all this yet. We will need to do that soon. Let's see, we're going to have to go in here somehow. Right, let's see. Let's go inside of this ship, and we are actually going to have to get rid of the gravity generator, I believe. That or the oxygen is... oxygen, the power. It's probably going to be power, actually. Which bit's the center? No, it is going to be the gravity. So we're going to have in the middle of this ship right here. I'm sorry. There we go. Oh god. Right, I'm going to actually just stick a new gravity generator down as at 5. Stick one here. Let's just swivel that a bit. Get this going. Yes, I know. We need construction components and whatever else just floated up to the ceiling. Oh, gravity component. Duh. Let's get that. We're going to have to do this little by little. Large tubes. Hello. At least it's in the hangar, so it means that it's not going to fly out anywhere. Right, there we go. Gravity should be working now. Did everything? Yeah, fall to the ground. There we go. Cool. Right, well, that's working. Right, so right here. And right here. Yeah, it is behind that. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. Right, so here is where we are going to have our connector be placed. So I don't actually know if I've got any of the resources that I need to even place this thing. We will soon find out. So we are going to stick this here. Yeah, I believe that should be okay. I mean, I do sort of want to have a piston connected to this so they could push it up. That might be a possibility. Might not be, actually. Yeah, I didn't really think that one through, did I? Okay, well... Thing is, if we put it in the floor... I'm thinking that we probably won't be able to do it with ships that have legs because they will be lower than the actual connector, which means that it's not going to connect properly. I need it pushed up slightly. That's the little predicament I have. Now, I don't know if pistons would even be able to push this thing, so... well, I guess we'll place it down here for now, and then we'll see how it is after. That's 2020... yeah, I'll do it for now. We'll see how it goes. And we've actually got all the resources for this. I'm impressed. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. Right, so I need to... I'm going to actually open one of these hangar doors so that we can get out. Is this the one facing Earth? Hopefully not. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, let's head under here. And let's stick down a conveyor system here. Because we are going to want to... connect these up at some point. So conveyor. Let's see. Do we? Yeah, I'll stick a conveyor in here for now then, and get this going in. There we go. Right. So eventually, I'll probably put sorters and stuff in, but for now, we're just gonna have a base design that works for us. Right, we're out of steel tubes. Oh wait, it's connecting to this. Oh sugar. Okay, we don't actually want this piece here then for now. Of course, as I've said, we won't actually see any of this in here later on, so we should be okay. Right, let's get that swiveled round like so. And then let's get all of these straight pieces going as well, so that should avoid that. And then let's get a corner in here, and another corner in here. You're not connecting properly. There we go. And then get some straight ones down the middle, connecting to this. Okay, so we're probably not going to have the resource. We need to create all of these. We should have a few, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we'd run out pretty soon. So, construction components again, not too much of a bother. Yeah, it seems like everything else is pretty good. Right, let's just construct this underneath. We probably don't need half of this, but as I've said before, yeah, again, it is protection for the ship. So we've got a bit of a system going here. Once we've got that connected up, I believe I should actually be able to sort things so that they can go one direction towards the actual ship itself. So I'm hoping that we can get that set up, because I actually do want to get a sorter in there just to make sure that all ores are pushed in one direction and then everything else is pushed in another or something. So yeah, right, let's get some stuff. Okay, so it does appear that we have run out of power once again over here, which is not good. We're gonna put in some uranium. Hopefully that'll get this system going again. Right, so we should We're doing platinum at the moment. Let's get some uranium going, because then it means that we've got a bit more in our power system, hopefully. So let's get that going, and let's get some of this out of here. Let's get some plates. Let's get some of those interior plates we might need. I'm not entirely sure. Get some computers as well, and I'm just going to mainly get the stuff there. There we go. I love space because you barely run out of jetpack fuel, which is awesome. Oh god, don't go too far. Right, so as I've said, power should be in here. I want to get a couple of large reactors for this spot. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I want to get some thrusters going as well once we've got the reactors going, just so that we can move the ship up slightly, so that we can put in the feet a little bit lower, so that we can put the new layer underneath this. So let's open these up. Let's go have a look at this. This seems to be okay. Let's go under here and over here. Let's get that going. Right, okay. Get all this welded up. There we go. Right, okay. New system is connected. Awesome. And that foot might actually be okay. I'm just thinking, if we haven't... No, it won't. No, it won't. I'm thinking out my arse. That's the way it's going. Right. Okay. Well, this level seems to be okay. Let's get some of these welded up. It does now mean that we should be able to connect the ships up, and of course we do have power in here due to the power in the hangar bay currently being produced, so it does also mean that we can be running these assemblers and stuff, hopefully, which will be awesome. I actually need to set the assemblers up so that they work together with other assemblers and stuff, so let's go down here and make one of these the master assembler. Okay, right, so, let's have a look at assemblers. Let's see, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're all going to be the right side assemblers, just so I know which ones are which, if we get any more. So, I guess they're actually the left side, so let's call these left assemblers. Let's do that, save those. Okay, that's cool, right. So, we've got them grouped now, so if we need to do anything with them, then we can. Assembler 1 is going to be the master assembler, and then the rest are going to be the cooperative. Repeat mode we could disable. I'm not going to do that. Let's go get these going. Oh, we've actually got some stuff in the inventory in assembler 4. That's good to know. And we can actually interact with all the inventories now in here because we've got this. So assembler 1 is going to be the base assembler. So let's actually rename assembler 1. Let's get you to be called assembler main, much like the other one in our other place. And then that should be the main assembler. And then over here we've got all of our stuff that can go into these, so sooner or later, once we actually get mining and stuff, hopefully we can bring some stuff into here and see if it goes. Now, I'm actually going to have to get rid of this, unfortunately, because we won't have room in here otherwise. So, I'm currently going to have to destroy this, and we're actually going to move it to where the power room's going to be anyway. So, let's just grab some black blocks. Wrong. I have actually set up black here somewhere. I think this is 100, yep. So, the flooring for this place is going to be here. So, I'm going to have to get a couple of these just set up before we actually do this. I also want to set these ready so that these are done. Okay, never mind. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, I don't want to destroy them completely. I just want to get enough so that I can actually build a block. No, not the whole thing. There we go. Right. Okay, cool. Right. So we should have enough blocks here just to create ourselves this. Let's get in. I guess we could actually place the gyrospheres in the power room as well, just so that they are there. haven't decided how I want to connect these things up yet, and stuff like that, but we'll see. Right, we need to get a power source set up. Where is it? Sure, we had one here somewhere. Okay, right, so let's get this set up here. And we are missing steel plates. Damn you! Oh god, my voice is definitely going. How much? 50. Okay, do we have any left in here? We do! Awesome. And where's our components flown off to? Over here. Okay, uranium. I guess we picked up most things then. We just crafted too many blocks on the floor. Right, there we go. Okay, we got power again. Cool. Let's just whack in some uranium into here. Let's stick in about 2. I was going to say 3, but I clicked 2. Whoops. Okay, so the greatness about the sound system is right now all we can hear is us breathing. And then if we take off our jetpack, we can hear the machinery. So that is really cool. If we're in a pressurized zone, we'd hear all the sounds perfectly. Oh, that is going to hell. Oh my god. Right, okay, so I'm actually going to grab, if we've got any left, I don't know if we've actually got any, some uranium out of here. We're going to get about 1,000. That should be enough. And then we're going to grab some cobalt also. Grab about 1,000 of that. And then we're going to also grab some platinum, about 1,000 of that. Okay, we can't pick up 1,000. We got as much as we can carry. Let's then head over to the new ship. And I'm going to place this inside of this connector for now. I haven't tested this thing out, but we'll see how this goes. Let's stick in some uranium. This is all being taken out to the refinery, which is then refining it. Awesome! That is exactly what I wanted it to do. So we're getting some stuff. Of course, we don't have any storage, though. So we don't actually have anywhere to store any of this. So I am going to probably set up some storage next, if I can. I might stick some storage back here. I'd rather be able to walk around the walls there, though. I mean, we could technically have a area that will put the tubing up into the top of the ship, but there's not really enough room here at the moment. What's that? 3 layers. Yeah, so we could do that, but we don't have the stuff for it yet. Okay, right, well, I'm going to set up the rest of this wall then, I guess, because that's going to be the next piece that we need to get sorted. Oops. Okay, so the next thing that I want to get set up here, if we go into our G menu, also added a couple more mods on top of the ones that we had from last time, because we were missing a few. Right, instead of having these doors now, the sliding doors, we are instead just going to have a normal door. So let's actually have a look, see if we can find that door. There it is. And let's then move that to the cockpit. And this thing is going to be stuck here. Of course, we do need some steel plates. Typical. Right, let's just get rid of some of that. And then we'll have steel plates in here. So we actually don't want that black, so let's get rid of that. Come here. Let's redo that. There we go. And we don't want that black. We actually want it as white. So that should be 100, 100. Right, so what resources do we need for this? We need motors, displays, and computers. Okay, glad we can get through that. So, motors, displays, and computers. Okay, that should be fairly easy. Okay, guys, so we're going to end here in a second. I just want to get a few of these built up. We have actually been running overtime. I didn't realize how long we had been recording for, so I'm just going to get these placed in. And then we're going to go on to here, and hopefully next episode you'll see a bit more of this room built up. We'll probably have this bit a bit longer, but I do want to get oxygen set up pretty soon. We do now have a door here, so that means that if we get oxygen set up, then we can there's a bit of a gap in there. Ooh, okay. It does mean that we can have oxygen filtered into this room once we've got those couple of glass areas filled in, and it means that once we have this shut off, and once we have, as I said, this area shut off, then we can have oxygen in here, which means we could hear everything, which is going to be awesome. So I'm just going to fill in this wall, and I think that's going to be it for this episode. So hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you did, to hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. We actually need to get some iron in here so that I can see if this thing works properly, and we need to get storage set up. So I'm not sure what this room's going to be. This is probably going to be oxygen and storage set up, so that'll be great. And then in the hopefully in this area, which is going to be our power supply area, we're going to have gyroscopes and stuff as well. So I'm generally getting a feel for this ship, how I want it to look, how I want everything to work, and hopefully soon enough it will be finished. But I mean, at the moment it is getting pretty is doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, we'll have to set up some conveyors as well for things such as hydrogen and stuff, because we do want a bit of hydrogen on the back. But that's not for now. That's for probably going to be the last things that we put on, which is going to be the thrusters and stuff. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Pokepeel. Remember to subscribe for more Space Engineers coming pretty soon, and any other videos on my channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Pokepeel. I will see you all next time. So until then, bye bye!